The beginning of the stream is a little bit hectic as we are still trying to get people into the call and trying to start on time. In the live stream, we had a chance to talk with Xander Mobus, the announcer for Smash for Wii U and 3DS, as well as Paulsen from GameXplain, Artsy Omni, who leads Smashified, and James Montagna, who is a director from Way Forward. So a lot of special guests, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. This is only the first part. It will only cover the Smash tourney and kind of like the general chat before the Smash Trivia portion. We'll be uploading the Smash Trivia part very soon. Huge shout out to Nirbion, who has made all the graphics that you guys see for Source Game and including the live stream. Anyway, let's start with the recording. Including the live stream. And including the live stream. And including the live stream. And including the live stream. And
well, I'm having a wonderful time, so...
let me put Ash Paulsen on.
Alright.
Okay, so actually we have like 13 seconds now.
Yes!
Good thing I registered before, else I don't think I would get in.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute my microphone and some other people's mics, so that way you guys can talk.
Do that. I'm gonna go and join the tournament, so I will be back a bit later.
Alright, I'm joining it as we speak.
I'm going to attempt to join the tournament.
Stay here and not do the tournament, and keep people company.
Yes!
I'll join you.
Do you guys prefer? Does it work better for you whether I play in the tournament or not? I'm down either way.
It's fine. Go ahead and play.
All right.
Yeah. I'll use this as an opportunity to do a pseudo interview, if you will, for Xander.
Time to get some popcorn.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did the Dean Harrington interview, so and that was pretty fantastic.
I heard about that. That sounded awesome.
Yeah, it was interesting because he's such an old school guy, and I'm like, and I kind of brought up that I'm like, I feel like you, Xander, are the first one of the announcers that kind of grew up not only with gaming but kind of with Smash Brothers, and I could tell. I mean, I don't have any confirmation because I never spoke to you about it, but I felt like your inflection on certain things were actually taken from it. And an example I brought up was the way you say Roy for the Fire Emblem character is different from Roy Koopa. And I felt like you took that from kind of the way Dean did it in Melee. You were kind of aping that because that's how Roy was said there. Could be wrong.
Yes. I secluded myself in a hotel room for about a month in preparation for the role, and I did nothing but live the Smash life, as it were. Yeah, I grew up mostly on the 64, Smash 64, which is a game I have very mixed feelings about because it's a wonderful game, but my older brother has this sort of thing with fighting games where he's like, he gets the game, he would buy the game, and then he would play it a lot, and then he'd want me to play with him, but he wouldn't let me play it beforehand, so I had no idea what I was doing. And he was like, no, this is the best way to learn. You learn by getting your ass kicked.
That's older brother privilege.
Yeah, exactly. So I still have nightmares about that, but yeah, because of that, I definitely was familiar with the franchise. I played, I think I got Melee for Christmas when I was, I want to say 10 or 11. It might have been later than that. I'm old. My memory's going.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I was a freshman in college when I got Melee, so.
Oh, there you go. I was in middle school. Wait, was I in middle school? I don't remember. But yeah, so yeah, there was definitely some influence from the previous announcers. I was so bummed they wouldn't let me say it. Pikachu.
well, what was kind of amazing was speaking with Dean was, he's like, so it was 1985 in Hong Kong, and I was doing this martial arts movie with Jet Li, and I'm like, go on. And he's like, Like, 'cause that's what he really wanted to talk about. I mean, not that he didn't enjoy the voice work and everything, but I mean, that's clearly, what his passion was, and it was super interesting. But he's all like, so I was doing voice work, and they just got in a booth, and he's like, and I'm like, so, I mean, did you know of any game characters besides, like, Mario and Donkey Kong? He's like, I had no idea what Mario or Donkey Kong were. He had no idea. He went in carte blanche to do a job.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that?
Yeah. I get where he's coming from. Like, there's just so nowadays. I think it's definitely more of a problem, but there's just so much content out there, and there's a lot of the time where you'll get like an audition or something. This is from a long-running franchise. Do something for it, and you do want to be respectful of what came before, and but there's just no way to keep up with everything. So inevitably, you're gonna that does happen. Yeah. But with Smash, no, I had a pretty good familiarity with it. But yes, I can definitely imagine going in and being like, okay, right. So,
yeah.
So it's a big monkey, but his name's Donkey. I got it.
All right. I imagine that was pretty much exactly what it was like. Oh man, yeah. It was. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting how I mean, video games as a medium have evolved, and that was another thing he brought up too, because he'd done voice work on Resident Evil, and he was saying, yeah, me and the other guys, because it was a closer network of voice actor talent that started doing that at the time. We're like, when they started making the Hollywood movies for Resident Evil, we're like, oh man, maybe these video game things are going to stick around for a while.
Yeah. Oh, what a different time.
Yeah, man. Interesting.
Yeah. When's the Smash movie coming out? When are we getting that?
I want a Smash anime movie.
Oh no, I want like full live action CG with like Scarlett Johansson as Zelda.
What you want though is you don't want them to DC Universe it, man. You need to do it like Marvel. You need to have the Nintendo Cinematic Universe culminating in Smash Brothers. You need to build it. You need to earn it.
That means by the time we get a Smash Brothers movie, we'll all be in the grave. We would be so old by that point.
Yeah, but we'll be so old that we'll have nothing better to do than to watch a Smash Brothers movie.
Fair enough, I guess. In between the bingo games and getting our diapers changed, we can sit around and watch Smash Brothers the movie.
Did they, I guess when you were recording, did they give you any specific information about characters you weren't familiar with, or in order to... Because, I mean, I guess if it's just a name, it's a name. Is there any background on it that they provide you?
A little bit. I mean, I was pretty familiar with most of the characters going in, but for the ones I wasn't sure, you try to give every name its own flavor. Like, they didn't... It was kind of strange, because they wanted everything to sound equally enthusiastic. They didn't want there to be, like, that character that you pick it and the announcer's just like, the hell's wrong with you?
Villager!
Like, they didn't want that. But you still want to acknowledge the personality as best you can in the name, and obviously there's very limited things you can do, but if you can make Ganondorf sound big and scary and intimidating, that's what you want to do. If you can make Mario sound like he's just having a blast. A lot of people bring up Greninja, and it's like, were you trying to seduce the frog? Obviously the answer is yes.
With that tongue, I mean.
Yeah, he can do miracles. But the idea there was he's a ninja, so he's kind of give him like an air of mystery and coolness to him. That was the idea. Also, if I got his number, I wouldn't mind.
Well, okay, so that's for characters, but what about when they tell you game modes? Because it's a little more nebulous, like Smash Tour.
They did not tell me. Things kept very secretive, like they'd looks and be like, yeah, which is code for you weren't supposed to ask that. And I.
Now I was gonna say, it sounds like
big video game I did.
You seem to be trying out your robotic voice.
Yeah, your mic was messing up. I didn't know if it was just
I seem
my
to be turning
reception of it or not. Yeah.
Oh shit. No, it's probably my internet. My internet's been garbage the last few days.
All right.
Seduce the frog. Love it. I just love how that's the only thing that appears in the chat.
Seduce the frog.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great indie game. Seduce the
It
frog.
does, actually.
Get on that, James.
Coming right up.
I want to seduce the frog.
I'm trying to figure out how Seduce the Frog would work. I mean, like, because it brings to mind, like... It brings to mind, like, you know, those old Flash games, but I feel like we can come up with something better. I mean, how would Seduce the Frog play? I mean, is it like a dating sim, or is it... Do you have to feed the frog?
Sit it down, buy it dinner, and turn on the charm. That's the.
I should not have stopped using Mega Man.
Who's actually alive right now?
Oh wait.
Oh, looks like we have. I have no idea who's playing.
Well, I can tell you that much. I'm not.
I'm not playing right now, but I don't know who's on the stream.
Oh, you're Cloud.
I'm Cloud, yeah.
Yeah, you're on there.
Okay.
Yeah, you just smashed Kenneth up.
Nice.
Hey, it's Kenneth.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm paying
Good
for
old
it because I
Kenneth
played my
again.
last 2 matches of Mega Man and I won, but now I'm not doing so hot.
So you get cheesing your way through Cloud.
Yeah, everyone has a cloud
That's
in
true,
their
I guess.
pocket.
I just enjoy using him, but there we go.
See, everyone has a cloud in their pocket. Remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah, I call him my secondary, and I guess he is, but that everyone's good with Cloud, so.
Yeah. At least
Yes!
Bayonetta though, so.
That's true. Well, and I'm a Mega Man main, so I get to I have that claim to fame. No one plays Mega Man, so.
Well,
Exactly.
actually, I think in the meta now, Mega Man's supposedly moving up in the ranks pretty high.
He is, because of his really strong performance
Yes!
at various tournaments, especially EVO. Like,
Yeah.
Kamushi's Mega Man was so inspirational, and I got to be there in person to see it live and see him eliminate Zero, and it was so amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, there's a lot of
Yes!
item tech with the Saw Blade.
Yeah. Like Mega Man has so many weird little tricks, and like I can do a few of them. I'm just a really hyper aggressive Mega Man, which a lot of people aren't used to, so they don't really know how to deal with it at first. And then once they kind of figure out my tricks, it gets a little easier. But I don't know all the crazy technical tricks like Kamushi and Scat do.
Yeah, Mega Man's actually my secondary. I play as Ness and Mega Man. Whatever characters
nice.
have a large head, really. Villager.
Well, Kirby's just a head, right?
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it counts unless it's because it's a proportion to the body, right?
Okay, that's the rule.
Right. Like if you play Kirby and you want to keep similar, you could play Jigglypuff or Pac-Man. I think that's how it is. So, and that's actually isn't Pac-Man your secondary and Kirby your main?
Correct. Although
that
these
works.
days I've been using Zero Suit Samus a bit more.
Not another one. Another Zero Suit Samus I have to deal with now.
I know, right?
I'm looking forward to playing against Zero Suit then.
I just picked her because she's hot.
Fair enough. That's a fair reason.
That's the most man-like answer I've ever heard. Just stereotypical.
So I went back into another match, but no one has joined yet. Oddly enough, it's like the whole tournament suddenly went silent.
Maybe because you're playing Cloud.
Maybe. Well, I switched back to Mega Man for precisely that reason, and also because I lost. There we go.
Okay.
There's some people.
Okay. See, for me, I main Cloud, my secondary is Ryu, and even though people say, oh, my tier whore, just to justify my use of them, I played them before they started rising in the tier ranks, so I at least have that excuse to go by.
I don't know. I mean, Cloud, to be fair, kind of started at the top of the tier list. He never really rose through the ranks. He kind of started there.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, his limit break pretty much.
Yeah. Ryu, though, Ryu's tough to use.
What bothers me about Cloud in particular is that when the game was made, clearly, like, I like to play his Shulk a lot. I can't be a Shulk main because I'm not good enough at Smash Brothers to be a Shulk main. Love playing his Shulk though.
Oh yeah, he's fun.
But like because of his reach and his buff mechanics, they gave him like garbage frame data, and then they made Cloud, who has reach that's almost as good and amazing frame data and also a buff mechanic. And I'm like, that's not fair. That's not fair.
No one will beat the range of Marth though. No one in Melee. No one will beat the reach of Marth in Melee. Like no one.
Is pretty ridiculous. Like
he is actually. Yeah.
Corrin has the best forward smash of any character in any Smash. Like in my opinion.
It's really good.
Yeah, especially because it has that startup damage, the chainsaw.
Yeah, and there's really very little in lag too.
Oh man, I'm looking at all of the chat now. What is Metroid? Metroid was a male cyborg. Metroid can't crawl. We got some good stuff going on. Very nice. You know what? I'm not even sure. This should be overlaid on top of the stream, right? For people that are watching.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. There we go. I had it.
Wow, this Ganondorf player really wants a piece of me. I don't know why. Like, what did I do to you? I haven't killed you or anything.
You are not on the stream at the moment, so you can just pretend you're winning. Just tell us. How you're owning him.
I mean, I'm not losing yet, but he's just really only going after me. I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what's your beef? Now he killed me. Okay.
Maybe he really hates GameXplain.
That could be it. He's like anti-GameXplain. Maybe he just really hates Mega Man.
Super fighting robot. Yeah. Smash Chew and I have been having like ridiculous, and he wants to do like a Settle and Smash video or some articles or something, just ridiculous back and forth, because he really does not think that Mega Man will be in the next Smash game, and I'm like, you're crazy, dude.
I mean, I hope you're right, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that he will be. I mean,
he was essentially the Sonic of this game, though. He was the most requested third-party character that got in.
No, you're totally right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like he's more emblematic of like the Nintendo Entertainment System than like Samus or Pit.
I mean, personally, I agree with you. I don't know if other people are going to see it that way. Like, I don't know. Mega Man. Unfortunately, Sonic remains relevant, and I love Sonic, and that's great. Mega Man, the more years pass without him getting a new game, the less relevant he becomes.
You realize we have that sound clip now. Ash from GameXplain. Unfortunately, Sonic remains relevant.
Well, out of context, you have to at least include the part after where I said, I love Sonic, but...
That's not true. I just need to cherry pick that comment and make it the headline of something.
Well, it at least been linked to our latest GameXplain Real Talk, where we have a whole segment where Derek and I deconstruct what IGN recently said about Sonic, and kind of just talk about how it really shouldn't be offending as many people as it did. Just because, if you like Sonic. Don't let what any game journalists say kind of kill your love for something.
Yeah, Sonic is so unique in that it's, I don't know, it's one of those things. It's its own brand now. It doesn't even have to. It doesn't have to make good games.
Well, and the thing is, though, but they do, and that's kind of like what I think the point is. I feel so many people unfairly kind of hand wave away all of Sonic's actually great games, and they just say, "Well, Sonic was never good," and I'm like, "That's ridiculous. Like, that is actually ridiculous that you would say." And that's what IGN's argument was. Like, let's be honest, Sega's chasing ghosts because even the original Sonic games weren't very good, and I'm like, what? Like,
to be fair, I think Mega Man and Mario have both had just as many, if not more, kind of off games. So
I think that's fair, especially Mega Man. Like, Mario probably has had the fewest off games of all three.
As far as mainline Mario games, I don't think you could really say there's anything off. I mean, the new games are formulaic. Mario Sunshine didn't have a very good reception when it first came out, but it's gotten better over the years.
Well, to me, Sunshine kind of seemed kind of rushed to me in a sense. Like, some of the areas didn't really seem that polished, or it just, like, I don't know, it seemed relatively, like, oh, we're, time constraints, tons of them. I mean, if you dig into the code... Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it was also kind of just a weird follow-up to 64. I feel like every Mario game before that didn't have such a heavy emphasis on a particular style or gimmick or kind of area of play. You always had a million different levels. You had your giant land and your fire land and your Mario inside a giant mechanical Mario.
I mean, Super Mario Sunshine is kind of like the Super Mario Bros. 2 of the 3D Mario series. If you think about it, you had the first one which came out, and was widely acclaimed, and then the second one was like a quick change of pace from the first one, and a lot of people were like, okay, why is this different? And then the third one came out, and it went back to the original formula, which made people question. It was kind of, they're both similar in that way.
Yeah, and you know it's kind of funny too. The reception for Sunshine with general gamers is a lot better now too. I can 100% say this because gamers that are in their mid to late 20s and 30s don't have as big of a voice as younger gamers. Those gamers actually played it when they were children. So it has heavy nostalgia, because that came out when I was like a freshman in college, and I'm all like, this is whatever. I'm gonna go play something else. Since then, I've gone through and I've played it. It's definitely not a bad game, but it is kind of, if you have to point out the weakest 3D Mario, I think most people would probably point at Sunshine.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I do think it's kind of unfairly underrated. I don't hate Sunshine like some other people seem to. I mean, even our own Andre, GameXplain, he loves that game. And I thought it was fun. I like the fact that it's actually challenging. Like, Mario 64 and Galaxy 2 really, they don't really turn on the challenge like Sunshine does. And I like that Sunshine really is okay with being difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the flow, but I just want to check to see if you guys can hear me again, if my internet's level out.
Sure can.
You're getting there.
Excellent.
You ain't Xander Mobus anymore.
I wish I remembered. Oh, hey, dude, I noticed you're on here.
Yeah, I'm in here. How's it going, guys?
Fantastic. Are you playing in the tournament, or are you just hanging out?
I'm just hanging out. I would die in a tournament. I'm very bad at Smash.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I'm kind of... I haven't finished first since my first match, but it's still fun.
I'm more for fun than for glory, so I mean, I get it.
No, me too. I hear you. Like, it's weird. Like, I've learned the mechanics and watched tournament streams and stuff for Smash 4 more than any other Smash game. Yet, I don't actually have any desire to go play in tournaments myself. Like, I like playing at a high level with friends, but I don't want to take it to that next level where Smash stops being fun.
Well, yeah. That's actually part of it. Like 100%, I was going to bring that up. So I'm in my early 30s, and I played Melee in college with a group of some of my closest friends that I met. Some I met in college, and some from high school. And we loved it. And then we still get together, or we play Melee online with the Wii U. Or not Melee. That'd be awesome. But we play Smash Wii U, Smash 4. And I don't actually want to get much better than them, because then it wouldn't. Because it's kind of a bonding thing, and I know which is cool that when Sakurai makes a game that when you play with items in certain levels, there are kind of some equalizers in there. But I still don't just want to be so much better than the people I play with casually, because it's not as much fun,
They say it's lonely at the top.
Yeah, and I've kind of gotten. Fortunately, I have people like James who kind of keep me on my toes because we're really close in skill level. But I've gotten
They're really equally matched.
Yeah, but I've gotten a lot better than a lot of the people I play with most often in person, like a lot of my friends, and they get discouraged, and I'm just I love learning the game because Mega Man's so fun to use, but when I get that much better than them, it just stops being fun. So I know what you mean.
I will say, man, nothing ruins the party like the dude coming in, being amazing at Smash.
I know, it's true. I completely agree. And I have
My favorite thing is to pretend I don't know how to play, and I pick Ness. I'm like, I love Paperboy.
Personally, for me, I would be honored if I was 4-stocked by Mewtwo King. I would.
Yeah, right?
I'd be honored.
Or Zero. I'd be perfectly happy to have that happen.
King, Zero. Or heck, even Ally. Any top player, I'd be fine with.
I'm definitely going to try to play Mewtwo King at Shine just to get 4-stocked.
Yeah, just keep it clean and short.
I'm Soma, by the way. First time my voice has appeared. I do translations sometimes. Not recently, but sometimes.
Yeah, but you say you don't do you haven't done them recently. We haven't had a lot of translations recently because Soma hasn't been doing translations recently. He's a machine, translation machine.
Generally speaking, all of us can do translations, English to English. There you go. Thoughts to actual real-worldly things. There you go.
That's an actual thing. You can do translation. There's translation services for Australian or Canadian or British or American English because of grammar and spelling.
Isn't ghostwriting like English to English translation?
The lag in this match is awful.
Well, here's the thing. Push Dustin is hosting this, and he's in Japan, so I feel like we didn't think this out.
No, actually, I already played a few matches with him, and it was fine. So it's actually someone else that I'm getting lag from, because he's not in this match, I don't think.
When in doubt, blame Japan.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
guys in the chat. Who's in the match with Ash that has terrible internet? Somebody fess up. Does anyone know?
It was me the whole time.
I used to when I played with my friends though, like my favorite still is like, and I haven't got enough people together to try to do teams, 8-player teams, because I think that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But it can be hit or miss. It can be hit or miss. It's like there's not enough good stages for 8-player Smash in a weird way.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Like Coliseum, like this stage should be 8-player.
And boxing ring.
Right, but they're not. So.
I know there was mods that could like show that those stages could actually do 8-player without some sort of protruding lag.
Right.
Yes, but they do 8-player with the ice climbers on them.
I question why they chose some
Bayonetta
of
is
the...
like bound and determined to protect Mewtwo.
Hey, way to interrupt Artsy Omni there, who was trying to make a point.
Well,
my apologies. I didn't actually hear him on my end. My bad.
Oh, you're fine. I was just gonna say, I questioned some of the smaller stages that they allowed on 8-player Smash, like some of the ones that are basically the size of a battlefield, like what's it called?
Yoshi's Island is one of them.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
that one's way too small.
Yoshi's Island, because of the way the blast zones are, it's so awful with 8 players. Like if you're going through classic mode and you just get stuck on that one. Awful.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that stage to begin with, but with 8-player Smash, it's just ridiculous.
It depends. Like I have good memories of playing like 4-player free-for-alls at Melee and just standing on the pipe as Ness and just doing my taunt all that, and then just waiting for somebody to be hit over near me and then like back throwing them off. That was just good times. But yeah, like, and my favorite thing about Team Smash is we would always make sure people did themed teams. We're like, unless you can find a team name and a theme, you can't do it. I used to do Ness and Kirby with a friend of mine all the time. We're like, clearly this is a boy and his blob. Do it.
That's awesome. It's so true, too. Shoot me. I'm in a match with 2 Clouds and a Bayonetta. Like, why?
Oh, no.
Why?
Oh, my.
Are you one of the Clouds?
No, I'm Mega Man. This is like
I just turned on my Wii U for the first time in I think 2 years, and I finally got the system updated. Finally went from patch 1.02 on Smash 4 to whatever this newest patch is.
Oh, you did?
And
Nice.
I have just 50 CDs, so many CDs unlocked. I haven't even gone to the menu yet, and I've been hitting A for like a minute. There we go.
Oh, this lag.
Hey Xander, what do you remember what the last question I asked you was? Something about special modes? And then okay, we were talking about special modes, and then you were saying something that completely got cut off by robot voice.
Oh,
you're saying I guess they didn't tell you about it. Yeah.
Yeah, they did not tell me anything. It was one of those things where they were trying to keep everything very under wraps. Like they didn't, when the 3DS version came out, a lot of people were tweeting at me like, "What's the final roster for the Wii U?" and stuff like that, and I had no idea. Like I genuinely didn't know. Whenever leaks happen, people tweet me like, "Is this true?" And it's like, I don't know. They don't tell me.
Remember the Rayman leak?
This is so fun because the Rayman leak guy is here.
Oh, no kidding.
That's true.
Well, great. Thanks for that, buddy.
I particularly remember people tweeting at you and you be and being like, "Is Rayman?" Like, did you record the voice for Rayman? And you tweeted back at them, "Is Rayman in the game?" Question mark.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's how out of the loop I was. Like, it sucks. I'm sorry. I ruined the internet. But yeah, it's one of those things where when those happen, there really is no good response at all. But yeah, when I saw that one, I was like, oh shit, I guess they announced Rayman.
I'll have you know, Omni, you were like you were responsible for one of the only true moments of anti-hype I ever felt for this game.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like, respect. That was like the most amazing way to kind of launch Smashified, was to do something like that, because
it really was.
I'm glad
honestly,
it worked.
I feel like Yacht Club Games should send you a thank you, because you got Shovel Knight like on the mind of so many people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I can really take credit for that kind of thing. Like, I often think about like when the ballot was still going, if Smashified had any sort of impact on like choices or things like that, but I don't feel like it really made that much.
You don't have to. You can talk. What?
Oh. I thought you were recording.
No, we're doing a stream. That's all I was saying. You don't have to be quiet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Yeah, give her a mic, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, sorry. No. We have someone come by. I'm just kind of confused. Okay. Sorry about that. No, just a little thing interrupted me on my end. So anyway, yeah, Omni, you really had me scared that morning. Like, I woke up and I'm like, well, you can't fake that.
Scared?
Well,
it's Rayman.
I hate is a strong word. I just don't think Rayman has the. I don't know. He doesn't enjoy the status.
The gravitas.
Yeah, the gravitas. He doesn't. I don't feel like he belongs in this all-star lineup. I'm sorry. I just
with characters such as Bayonetta and.
Yeah, hey, I'm not sure that I think Bayonetta really belongs that much either. But Rayman, I don't know.
Were you upset when he was a trophy?
I did like the trophy.
Okay.
The real pisser on my end was right after the Rayman leak happened. I went back in to record DLC, which ended up being like Cloud.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if they care if I say or not, but one of the names listed, and it ended up being fake. They did that a lot of fake names.
Decoys, right?
Yeah, one of the fake names was Rayman.
So there's a recording out there somewhere from Nintendo with you saying Rayman.
I mean, I hope they got rid of it, because otherwise they need to lock that in a vault.
Hey man, maybe they'll keep it if they do a port and add more characters. They're like, we don't need to pay them anymore. We already got them to record it.
Yeah. Well, I remember they also have on tape somewhere me going, Rayman, fighter of the Nightman.
Wow.
That's so good.
I think Rayman is it's kind of weird speaking to a lot of European gamers. I feel like Rayman was very big in Europe and Mega Man wasn't. Mm-hmm. So I almost feel like he would be the European Mega Man.
I think I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, like Mega Man really did take off in Europe, and Rayman is huge. So I know what you mean. Yeah.
Well, it's good, because I'm here to announce that in the French version of Smash, you can play as Rayman, he wears a beret, you can beat people with baguettes.
Nice.
It's, honestly, we're super excited about it.
See, now that version of Rayman I'd actually be down for. If he hits people with baguettes, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
I can try to make that happen for an episode of Smashified.
I don't know, like, I don't know who's doing the voice, but they're very good. They sound exactly like Jerry Lewis. It's incredible.
Weird.
So I gotta ask, what was the most outlandish fighter that you announced, or can you say?
I don't know if they care.
Okay.
At this point, they seem to be pretty done with it, so I can't imagine it would matter. I thought Altair was pretty out there.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty out there. It was like Ezio was around at that point and all this other stuff. I was like, really? We're going Altair? All right, Cool.
Assassin's
Altair
Creed
is definitely the least interesting of the assassins. Well, Connor actually gives him a run for his money, but yeah,
He's the most iconic,
Ezio is
though.
definitely the most iconic, I think,
You think
because
so?
like people actually like him. I mean, Altair is very bland.
Yeah, I feel like Ezio would have
It's-
been the guy to go for there.
Right. Ezio has 3 games. Altair has like 1. Altair's personality is like killing people, and Ezio has charm.
Yeah.
So what?
I would have loved to say, like, if they let me say the full name of Ezio. in the
Ezio
thing.
Auditore da Frezze.
Yeah, like, can you imagine doing that in that stupid, big, bombastic voice with, like, full Italian accent? That would have been great.
I can't imagine it, but I mean, you could still do it. You could totally look it up and do it right now.
I could probably do that. Let's see. Let's see. How the hell do you say Ezio's name? I need to first learn how to spell Ezio, apparently.
I just want to point out that Assassin's Creed has sold more than The Legend of Zelda. So, I mean,
There you go.
I think
Oh.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold more than The Legend of Zelda.
here's the thing: the only franchises in Smash Brothers at the moment that have sold more than Assassin's Creed are Mario, Pokemon, Wii Fit, however you want to split those, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Final Fantasy. Those are the only ones. That's it.
I thought in Sakurai's mind it was Fire Emblem.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! I've had this argument a lot with people where I feel like I get it, and I don't think Corrin was that exciting, but I feel like every Fire Emblem character in the game represents a different facet of the series, and for some series, like Zelda, based off of its importance to Nintendo and its sales and everything else, yeah, it deserves more characters, but at the same time, with the 4 that it has, it pretty much represents what the series is. Whereas something like Pokemon or Fire Emblem, in order to show people what the game's about, more characters are justified. Because there aren't the central protagonists, but there are character types. So you have your mages and let's say Corrin is representing what are those called? The dudes that turn into the dragons in Fire Emblem.
Dudes
Somebody.
who turn into dragon. Well, I don't know.
Dragon dudes?
Dragonborn.
No, there's the manicotti, like the cheese, or like the
the
shell.
Manikeets?
Yeah, there you go.
Is Corrin like a Manikeet? I don't know because I didn't play Fates because I was too bitter about Awakening. I hate anime.
You hate anime?
Someone quote that in the chat. Someone quote that in the chat.
Oh, no.
Soma's Japanese, so he's allowed. He's allowed. We're not allowed. We can't say.
Wow,
we like
you
anime.
offended my wife too. She's like, "Who said they hate anime?" And it's like, why would they say that?
Anime belongs
You
in
might
the
as well
trash.
kick the baby.
Yeah.
Anime ruined
Going-
Fire Emblem.
Going back a few topics ago, because I do want to say, for Legend of Zelda being underrepresented, I agree. There's one other Legend of Zelda character that I'd want in the game. I'd want it to be a skin for Toon Link, and it's the like cartoon Captain and the Game Master Mario Super Show. Link.
Can we also get that for Mega Man and Pit? Can we
Oh,
just
yeah,
go,
Oh my God! Let's not do that for Mega Man.
Oh, I love that from
Reading Mega Man. Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Oh God, that version of Mega Man was so bad.
one step closer to getting Simon Belmont.
Oh, I was so butthurt Simon wasn't in it.
Did you say Simon? Did you say his name? Did you say Simon Belmont?
You can't see it right now, but I'm tapping my nose in a.
Yes.
But I said, like, so you guys are pushing for my boy, right? And they were like, I don't know, we'll see. Which is the most frustrating answer whenever you're being like whenever you give one of those, like, I'm joking, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that must have been interesting for you because you said a bunch of names, so they might have been in. You just didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is, it's one of the reasons
So you're
why
like-
whenever I get one of these leaks and they stumble upon one of the characters that I did say the name of, I'm just like, oh shit.
That's cool too, because you know that they were somewhere on the mind of Nintendo as a possibility, even a remote possibility, if they made you say it. You know.
I mean, they seem pretty from the get-go like some of these are dupes. We're not going to tell you who, but no.
Yeah.
I thought Duck Hunt Dog was a dummy for sure.
Yeah.
Great saying, Duck Hunt, by the way, because that could have sounded very pornographic if you just enunciated that differently. It was.
Oh yeah, we spent about 15 minutes on that one.
Now I have to ask, just because I've been waiting for Mega Man to be in Smash for so long, did you have to do a lot of takes for Mega Man? Like, how did you end up with the Mega Man type?
That was I want to say that was actually my first take, because normally
Nice.
they had us do like I think for most of them were like 3 takes and done. There were definitely some not 3 takes and done. I'm looking at you, Ryu.
Oh, like that, yeah.
And for that one, they always wanted 3 takes, low energy, medium energy, high energy. So it would have started Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man.
Nice.
So I think for that one, I think that was the first one, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, with him, it was just one of those things where I've got friends who are super Mega Man fans. And so they were very, very passionately discussing how much they wanted Mega Man in the game. This was before they knew I had the gig. We were just hanging out and they'd be talking about
so
it.
Cool.
So when I went in and I saw the name, I was like, oh shit. All right, they're going to kill me if I don't get this right.
Do your friends make you do stupid voices all the time? Like if you play Smash with them, or they're like, no, do it, do the voice, do it.
No, my friends have recently started giving me shit. A buddy of mine really loves giving me, because I do the same basic voice in a commercial series for this website called Retail Me Not, and it's like, it's just, buy retailmenot.com today for all the best deals. And so we were at Evo for a hot second, and my buddy was wandering around and he kept being like, hey, do you know who this is? I was like, fucking don't do it. Don't do it. And he's like, this is the voice of retailmenot.com.
Oh my god. That's so good.
Oh god, yeah. That was I mean most of my friends are voice actors that live around here, so yeah, no, they don't make me do stupid voices. They've been there. They understand.
Xander, aren't your roommates all in the voice industry too?
2 of them are. One of them's a game dev.
Okay, yeah, I've been to your house.
Oh, wait, aren't you Jason's friend?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
right on, dude. Yeah. So you have all this talent around you, so it's pretty cool. You live with people that are in the game industry, in the voice industry, and that must be cool because you can kind of bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that, or kind of talk about your gigs and all that, right?
No, never do that. We have a vow of silence in the house. No one's allowed to speak.
Perfect.
No, it's good. It's good to be in an environment with other people who are in the same field, understand the same kind of ups and downs and uncertainties and all that kind of stuff. And it's real nice. And they're all exceptionally talented people. So it's good. Yeah. Now you all know about my apartment.
James, it's so weird. I feel like you know everybody. Like, we somehow seem to know all the same people. It's the weirdest thing.
You and me?
No, oh, sorry, James Montagna.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. Just surround yourself with cool people. That's
true.
rule.
It's just that, like, almost every time I know somebody, it just seems like you know them too, or vice versa, and it's just just bizarre. But yeah, it's true. We both surround ourselves with cool people, so there you go.
Well, Xander kind of lives in a party house, so it's kind of like stands to reason that I would be there sometimes. Like, dude, it's a pretty nice place, you know.
It's great. It's great for party. Though, oh man, like some friends of mine who live a few doors down, they've got a great party.
The robot
house.
boy.
Oh.
Like this place is all right, but real party houses are true treasures.
Oh yeah, that is true.
All right, back to the stream. Let's see who's doing what. Let me see who's. There's Push Dustin.
Sudden death.
Yeah, Ash, you're playing against Push and Nirbion.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was doing pretty well, and then didn't quite work out that way.
One of my favorite matches with Source Gaming staff actually was I was Mega Man against Push was playing Yoshi. Good match.
Oh, nice.
Good match. Weird matchup. That's actually a weird matchup.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is intense, man. You're no longer involved in this match though. Point Push, Dustin.
I know, right? I'm doing okay. I'm doing 4th in the rankings overall, so not too bad.
Not too bad. Xander, I don't know if this was discussed with you yet, but I mean, we're going to need you to do the winner is whoever wins this tournament. That needs to be like their official prize.
That's their prize? Alright. We were going to give you money, but then now we don't.
Something far more valuable.
Hey man, we'll even send you the voice clip, maybe, if we can get our sound editor to do it. I'm not doing anything.
Alright, yeah, I'm down. I'm down for whatever you guys... I'm down for whatever you guys need.
Wait, well, what's going on? I missed some things.
Cover your ears. Not for you.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Very nice.
I
Yeah,
just
man, Simon Belmont.
I just randomly looked in the chat, and it says my willy feels funny. And I really want context from it, but there doesn't seem to be any.
I'm sure if you ask, I'll do it. Also, okay, wait. This will be fun. This will be fun. I'm gonna go in the chat. Oh, I'm not logged in through that. Never mind. Hey guys, put in stupid stuff that you want Xander to say in the Smash voice, and then he won't actually do it. But I mean, he might. Who knows?
Who knows?
But we'll see.
You'll be like the honest.
We'll see how funny it makes my willy feel.
Also, can somebody provide context for that? Would be nice.
You know, it would be really... Actually, I don't know if you know, Xander. It would be really fun to get you and my dad on, like, a show together. Like a podcast where I'm, like, hosting. Because I don't know if you know, my dad's a voice actor. And I feel like it'd be a lot of fun. He's
your dad isn't a voice actor, yeah.
You're right.
Holy shit, your dad's Rob Paulsen?
Yeah, my dad's Rob Paulsen. So I feel like it would be fun to have you guys, like, on a GameXplain podcast or something. And or like a GameXplain discussion, and have you guys just, talk about doing voice acting for games. Because he was like, he was Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. So
you use that.
You
don't use Bubsy. You don't use Bubsy.
You don't use Bubsy. No, you sure don't. Well, you do if you're trying to embarrass him.
Oh, is he embarrassed by Bubsy? Oh no!
Wow. Why did I do that?
Shouldn't have told me that.
I thought it was over the other edge.
Yeah, we should totally hook up and do some sort of discussion. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have this weird thing where if text is moving, I automatically start paying attention to it, so I should probably hide the chat. But yeah, that would be awesome, man.
Yeah. So I'll talk to Andre and Derek, and we'll try to make it happen.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it'd be a lot of fun, and I'll talk to my dad and see what his schedule's like. But yeah, it'd be cool because I obviously grew up around an amazing voice actor, but I've never gotten to really talk to someone who's done voice acting for a game I really love, other than Metal Gear Solid. So it's been, of course, Smash. I'm just crazy about. So it'll be fun.
I do have to ask, and I'm sorry, I get one.
Oh, you get it? No, go for it.
What is... Okay, what was the, did you watch Animaniacs growing up, and then your dad comes home and is just like, by the way, I'm sorry, I get one.
No, I was actually there. I was there not only for the audition that got him the job for Yakko, but I was actually there for the when he originally recorded Yakko's World. I was sitting in the recording booth watching him do it.
Holy shit, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And so, no, I knew all the shows my dad was involved in before I started watching them. So it wasn't like now, of course, I'll watch something because I don't have as much time to watch cartoons, but I'll be like, oh, that's my dad. But growing up, I knew everything he was in. I was really a big fan of Antoine, actually, because he was in the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I loved that.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, so I knew he was Yakko growing up, before the show actually started, and Animaniacs, I loved it anyway. I was, my dad being in it made it even better, but I was like, I love this show anyway. I would have watched it, period.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
it affect?
Yeah.
Did it affect which Ninja Turtle was your favorite?
Maybe in both ways. Maybe in my younger years, yeah, Raphael would be my favorite, but then in my rebellious teenage years, I'd be like, no, Raphael's not my favorite. But what's funny is that actually Donatello has always been my favorite, but my dad is actually Donatello now in the new Turtles for Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out in a funny way, where he ended up becoming my favorite turtle, anyway. So.
Well, looks like James left the group, apparently, because he hates Ninja Turtles. So
What a jerk, right? Who hates Ninja Turtles?
You muted me too. Come on, Matt.
He needs to spend more time with Michelangelo. Learn how to be a party dude.
It's true.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Okay, he's back.
He
what's
came
up,
back, we all
turtle
believed.
hater?
Yeah, sorry, having some problems in this. I'm back.
Way to mute you. Way to mute me, man. Nah.
We concluded that you hated Ninja Turtles.
Oh no, God.
Oh no! No, we were talking about Ninja Turtles, and that's when you left the chat. So we're like, oh well, James just must hate TMT.
God, I hate it.
No, I grew up on that. Not at all. I would have loved to
Right?
have that conversation. No, my internet was acting up, and I was just like kind of clicking around in frustration, and then the window went away. Anyway, I'm back. Hi. Wasn't there a really cool Ninja Turtles game that was made by some of the people that made Super Smash Bros. Brawl, like on Wii? Do you guys remember that one?
Yeah, Smash
Yes,
Up.
I have
Yeah.
a review of that on Source Gaming.
Oh,
Nice.
it was pretty excellent, right?
It was good. It was. I think the biggest issue with it was the roster, especially because it was billed as a 25th anniversary game, and the roster was pretty much characters from the CGI movie that had Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
it used the same art style, and it was just them, and then like Fugitoid. Like there were no characters from the '80s cartoon. There were no. I don't even think like Leatherhead or Rat King or anything interesting like that was in it. I'm trying to remember. Like it was really like not even like cool Mirage characters. It was really limited.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, and it was an opportunity to kind of go ham. And this was prior to the Nickelodeon buyout of Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Yes!
It was Peter Laird, right, who owned it because Eastman sold all of it to him, and like Eastman kind of dug the wider exposure of it, and I'm not like a Turtles expert, so this is just me going off memory. But Laird kind of disliked the direction that the cartoon took and how like his original vision for what the Turtles were got so far away from that, and that's why like the 2003 cartoon followed the Mirage comics, and you never saw like Rocksteady and Bebop or anything like that. So,
Right.
but being a 25th anniversary game, we're like, well, that'd be cool. You could bring stuff in from the Archie comics, you could bring stuff in from the 80s cartoon, from Mirage, and it was basically just the movie and a couple things from the 2003 show, and you're like, meh. But playing-wise, it was good. It had a lot of cool stuff.
I only got hands-on with it a little bit, but it seemed like it played really well. But yeah, I could see as like if for fan service or fan favorite kind of stuff, maybe it kind of missed the mark.
Right, and also like, I mean, let's be honest here. All of the Turtles, I mean, their moves were very different and felt unique, but still, like, design-wise, you could have gotten a lot cooler things. 'Cause that's one of the good things about Smash is that all the characters, like, you have such a diverse, like, range and class of characters. You could have Villager fighting Kirby, fighting Marth, fighting,
Right.
so...
Hey, I don't want to interrupt you guys, but the tournament's over.
Hooray!
Yeah, just
Who won?
So
Yay.
Matt won with
Matt
111 points.
All right.
Matt.
And then second place was J-Mix with 110 points. And J-Mix.
Okay.
And then third place was Masked Man.
All right. Nice.
Just barely missed the top three.
Yeah, Ash got fifth place with 82 points.
Oh, was I fifth? I thought I was fourth.
At least on my screen it says fifth.
That is the most bizarre thing. It actually says fourth on mine. Huh.
Oh no.
That's the weird. I've never heard of that happening. That's so weird.
Hold on. It says the winner. Someone in the chat says the winner change. Where is?
Well, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Xander, can you say two names? Is it within your capability to announce two winners at two separate times, Xander?
Okay. Yes. All right. So Matt and Jimix.
Is it? Hold on, let me see.
Jamix.
Yo, I'm back. And yeah, Ash did come fourth because he was in the last match with me, and it says fourth on mine as well.
Okay. Yeah, it says Delzian is fourth for me.
Kenneth the Gatherer is okay according to chat. Thanks, Kenneth. Now we know that he's okay. Good job, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do Matt and JMix.
Okay.
The winner is Matt. The not winner, but still did really well, is Jimix. Or Jamix.
What you mixing, man?
So good.
Yeah. I use my powers for good.
And JMX will treasure that forever.
Well, he better, because I'm charging him for it.
Hey, Xander. Just for my own peace of mind, was
Yes.
Bomberman one of the names? Say nothing if it was.
Blink twice if yes. I don't remember. I'm sorry. There were a lot of them that I don't remember. I remember the ones that really stood out. It's like, there's no way.
Oh wow, shots fired.
So no Goku? No.
Aww.
He said Rayman though. Were you here, Omni, when he was saying that? Because
Yeah,
he said
I heard about
he
that.
said he said Rayman. So when people were like texting him about the leak, he's like, I don't know, maybe. Possible.
What a sad reality we live in when Rayman stands out more than Bomberman.
Yeah.
That makes me really sad.
I remember that because the leak happened, and then like less than a week later, I went in to do the DLC. So because of that, it was like right at the front of my mind. I was still dealing with tweets from people being like, "But is it?" So that's why I was like, "Oh."
Well, I know about Simon Belmont now, and that's good enough. Simon and Bomberman. Those are my two.
I wish Simon had been in the game. It would have been so cool. And then you could have like Dracula or Alucard as an assist trophy.
Oh man.
Nah, he'd be a Zero Suit Samus clone.
Nah, I feel like you'd have to have a stage. Like you'd have to have. You gotta fight Dracula. You gotta fight Dracula. That's the stage.
Oh yeah,
No,
and he has to do the whole like, "What is a man?" as like his intro.
I feel like Death would be the stage hazard. You just have Death in the background, like chucking crap at you, like sickles and stuff.
Just being, "Oh, I'm here." Oh, sorry. Can I tell a really stupid story that I'm way too proud of?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
So I was in a stage production of Dracula a few years back, and so they're like, "Hey, we kind of want to promote the show. Is there like, does anyone have any ideas of what a good like this was when YouTube was kind of becoming the way to advertise, that when you couldn't afford actual advertisements. So I was like, I have a stupid idea.
Make a YouTube poop.
I got the guy who played Dracula in our production and the guy who played Van Helsing in our production to recreate that scene in Dracula's lair, and I filmed it, and it's the dumbest thing, but I love it.
I don't see how that is something dumb to be proud of. That's just something to be proud of. Hey, Xander, there's a question for you in the chat.
Oh yes, what is
So how did you feel saying Wii Fit Trainer? I guess we're asking like, did you buy it?
Yeah, no, that one actually made a lot of sense to me. It's sold a bajillion copies, and it was a huge thing on the Wii, so it's like, yeah, Nintendo, you take your victory lap.
Yeah, I think it was one of those that, like, when we heard it, it made sense, but it's just not something you think about it. Yeah.
There's a lot of characters, though. Like, I'll be honest, I'm guilty of that. Like,
Yeah, I'm not, because I'm a real gamer, losers.
so I do have a question. I have a question for Xander.
Yeah, what's up?
How was it doing the 50 Fact Direct? I don't know if this is an answer yet, because I know you did it in like the announcer voice, and you kind of did it in another voice as well.
Oh yeah, that was weird. So when I got sent that, it was an audition, and they were like, they couldn't tell me what it was for. So they were like, it's another game similar to Smash. I was like, okay. They're like, we want the Smash voice, and then one take that's not the Smash voice, because we think the Smash voice might get annoying.
Okay.
So I did the audition, and nothing I did in the audition ended up in the 50 facts. So I was like, oh, okay. Which happens, but generally they don't give you a requested audition because they're not sure if they want to give you the job, and then have you come in and do absolutely nothing that you read for with. Okay. So they had me come in and they're like, we want the Smash announcer, but we want him to be able to talk.
We just don't want this the entire time because that would be annoying.
I was like, all right, fair enough. So that voice is kind of based a lot off of Gary Owens, who did the, from beautiful downtown Burbank, it's laughing. So I just kind of relaxed him into a more Gary Owens thing, and then they had in the script highlighted, when they wanted him to get big! So.
Somebody seems to be asking you about your snake, Xander. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't have a snake.
No, they want Xander to say snake.
To say snake.
That makes sense.
I was hoping you did a snake voice. I would actually like that better. I want to hear that.
What about your snake? Well, his name is Pisces.
Snake!
There we go.
I don't know. Snake. Yeah, there it is. Snake. Rum. See, that would have been awesome if Snake had been in the game, and then every time he died, Q's like the announcer just going, Snake, no.
Actually, damn it, that sounds pretty good.
I would have killed to do that.
Okay, so do you guys want to start Smash Trivia?
Yep.
Sure. Oh wait, hold on. Xander, did you say JMix's name after we updated the results? Because JMix actually won. We just didn't update the results, so I kind of feel like he got shafted. So
I said his name, but I was making fun of him for being a loser. But now he's not. He's a winner.
Now he's the winner, unfortunately.
Ooh, this is getting awkward.
Well.
All right, hang on. Cue the romantic music.
JMix, I know I hurt you real bad, and I wanted to make up for it by saying that the winner is JMix.
That was beautiful. That was amazing.
Brought a tear to my eye.
We got the job now.
Yeah, can you just edit in? Can you just edit in? What is it? Careless Whisper over that.
Yeah.
Please do.
We'll do that.
I like how the chat has become a list of people asking, "Hey Xander, did you say the name for Ice Climbers? Did you say the name for Snake? Did you say the name for?"
I mean, I love the questions that come up. So creative.
Them everywhere.
And the answer to all of them is no.
No Ice Climbers?
Actually, I think. Well, yeah, because I think by the time I was recording the 3DS version, I think they hadn't fully committed to taking Ice Climbers out yet, and it's pretty well known they were supposed to be in the game, but then it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I think I did say Ice Climbers. A lot of these I don't remember, and I'm sorry. If they still like regular Smash Bros. Staples, I didn't really think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you probably said so many things and probably repeated loads of lines that it's all going to kind of blur a bit together, isn't it?
You don't have to tell us if you don't want the specifics of it as far as the characters, but did you ever get to a character where you're like, oh god, I hope not?
Yeah, Duck Hunt.
Oh, rough.
And that one had to be real.
Well, what's the character that you really wanted to be real?
Oh, Simon. I wanted Simon
we went
so
over that.
bad.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I wanted Simon real bad. I wanted them to just be like, okay, this is a Castlevania game now.
So, were a lot of fake characters? Were they a lot more guest characters, or were they Nintendo characters, or both?
I don't remember 100%. This was like 2 years ago, so it is. I wish I remembered more details on that. But yeah, the fake names tended to range from like stuff I knew wouldn't be in the game, which I thought Duck Hunt Dog was in that category too. But yeah, it kind of became this game for me in the booth, guessing like, is this guy real? Is this guy real? Is this guy real?
Out of curiosity, did they ever have you record like alternate names for Duck Hunt? Because I know the final name, at least in the US version, is just Duck Hunt. But was there like a Duck Hunt Dog kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I did both Duck Hunt Duo and Duck Hunt Dog, I believe.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice. So Dog was also recorded. That's actually very.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's interesting. That's a fan name for the character for the longest time was Duck Hunt Dog. So.
Oh well, there you go.
There you go. Maybe they thought about it. It's just interesting. Maybe they were thinking that's going to be his U.S. name.
So I have to ask, Omni, was there a character that you wanted to see? Like, you did the Rayman hoax. Was that fueled out of just your desire to see Rayman very badly join the roster?
I wouldn't say so. No, I'm a fan of Rayman, but I personally never thought it made sense until maybe after the trophy appeared. It was like, well, maybe they'd consider him in a game at some point. But I think for me personally, I'd rather have seen a character like Bomberman.
Yeah, absolutely. Bomberman.
Everyone wants Bomberman.
Yeah, that would have been. Also, I have to give you like major props and respect for your Shantae Smashified. That was around the opposite way forward. We were all.
That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
Oh, you have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you.
As a random aside, since the topic of Bomberman came up, I feel like if there's one property that's not being used that Nintendo should buy up, it's Bomberman, actually. I feel Bomberman, as far as their portfolio, is like perfect. It's like you make a bunch of cheap games, they're multiplayer, they always have value. You're basically making the same game over and over again. I don't know if Konami's doing it with that game. They bought Hudson, didn't do anything with it. It's the dumbest thing ever.
They bought Hudson and canceled 3 games, and
It makes no sense to me. What kind of investment is that? Like,
That-
I want
that-
that. I want the IPs, but I don't want to use them. What kind of
because
Konami's
Konami's like
doing
great.
with
They just
machines?
they don't want other people to have nice things.
Konami, it really makes no sense as a company. Like, I still want to research them. They're still a company I plan to look into, hopefully pretty soon, because obviously the pachinko is a big question.
The majority of their money isn't from gaming anymore. The IPs have value for other purposes, like the pachinko and the patchy slots. So they keep doing Contra and Castlevania. And it's true though, but because the IP still have value. But the problem is that's nostalgia-based value, and I don't know how long that can go unless they keep making games.
Does that mean Bomberman Pachinko? I don't want to.
And the Pachinko balls explode.
That was going to happen. I feel like that would happen. That would have been like the first one. I'm surprised it wasn't.
Guys, Rocket Station in the chat, he says that there's currently a Bomberman mobile game with online multiplayer and a single-player campaign.
I thought there might have been a Bomberman game.
I don't know if it's Japan only. I remember when it came out. It was only like a year or so ago.
Yes, Nirbion. Metal Gear erotic violence. I'm
sound
waiting
like
for
Bomberman.
Bomberman erotic explosions. I think that'll be.
Well, seeing as how this seeing as this
Bomberman
company makes
erotic
Metal Gear-
explosions? What?
Sorry.
You're not waiting for Bomberman Survive, the Bomberman zombie survival game?
Dude, I'd play that. I'd play that in a heartbeat. So no, if you guys aren't aware that there was a Castlevania, the last Castlevania branded thing to come out was a pachinko machine called Castlevania, and the subtitle of it is erotic violence.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds pretty great. It feels like they're finally taking that step that we've always wanted them to go in with Castlevania, and I'm personally all for it.
I mean, it makes sense with the chains.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of leather going on.
Yep.
Yep.
You get sweaty fighting vampires. It gets a little steamy.
You do use a whip. I mean, just
yeah.
It's various ways to take your money. That's what it is.
I mean, I would love to see Konami, if they're really against doing games and they want just like cheap franchising, like give us like hire Uwe Boll to make a shit ton of video game movies of your franchise.
Yeah.
You know, like at least embrace the crap and give us something we can like enjoy. You know,
like Capcom with Mega Man. We won't make Mega Man games, but we will market the hell out of that character. Man, there's cartoons and so much like random merchandise.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it sucks they're not making games anymore, but if you're gonna be shitty, at least be awesome shitty.
Metal Gear Survive, directed by Yui Ball.
Oh my god, a loving recreation of Symphony of the Night by Uwe Boll. I would totally pay for that.
There was a Castlevania movie in production at one point.
No, that was called Van Helsing.
Oh, by the way, am I the only one that remembers this? The video game for the Van Helsing movie, like the tie-in game, was awful, but I rented it and I played it. And that you go into the library and you can read, and there's books about like vampire killers and vampire history, and there's like a couple different books about the Belmonts. I thought that was really like fun.
That's great. I actually really love that movie, the Van Helsing. Like it's bad in all the right ways to work for me. So like I played the video game, I watched the animated movie that came out. I really enjoyed it.
So Castlevania was originally going to be done in 2005, and it was going to be directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. So I guess he's all like, instead of doing the 12th Resident Evil movie, Castlevania.
I feel
Wasn't
like
that
we
around
dodged a
the
bullet on
same?
that one.
Wasn't that around the same time that there was like a Metroid movie in development and
John
the
Woo
Assassin's
Metroid
Creed
movie?
one first got announced? Yeah, the John Woo Metroid movie. And I'm sure there was another game franchise. Soul Calibur, that's it. Soul Calibur movie as well.
I think Soul Calibur
is relevant.
Yeah,
I think Soul Calibur could make a good movie.
It could actually.
John Woo directing video game movies would be pretty cool.
It depends what franchise. I feel like Metroid. And by the way, Ash. So GameXplain had a discussion about possible Nintendo movies, and I don't remember who your guest was, but I remember Nintendo and I also did a discussion at the same time. And we listened to yours, and we're all like, I don't know what this person's talking about with Metroid not being able to be made into a movie. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard. It's based off of Alien. Alien's the movie. Like, it's just about, and that movie was about one woman against an alien that was freaking tracking her through a ship. And that's what Metroid as a movie would be. You have the lead up that, cause as long as you have, I think like the essence of a franchise like that, you have the feel of it and you have the backstory. There's a lot of backstory in Metroid. There's her in the Federation. There's Chozo. There's her family. There's Ridley. There's a lot to draw on. You know, it's like you can't make this comic book into a movie. There's no thought bubbles. It's a different medium.
You can go forward, you can't go back. That's the reason why. You can go movie to game, you can't go game to movie.
Game to movie, you can't. No, only one way.
Only one way. Oh, so the movie's going to be about Metroid Other M.
It just starts on Other M halfway through the whole storyline.
Nah, it's gonna start Federation Force.
We can't hear you, Ash. No, we cannot.
No.
Oh, I've been wondering. I thought he wasn't there.
Yeah, I thought he left.
Okay, or is just there?
Yeah, just drop out and rejoin. That's what I had to do when my mic died. When it stopped being weird.
By the way, one thing I'll say is the last match was pretty awesome because I think I was in with Ash and Nintendo. And by the way, Nintendo, I love how you play DD. That's how you play DD. By the way, you roll around and you throw Gordos. But Ash is actually pretty good. Like he's like legit. Because one thing I always thought, and maybe this is wrong, maybe it's not, but I feel like sometimes when the game journalists aren't as good at video games, but he's actually like he's pretty good at Smash Bros. It's like, oh wow, he's actually giving me a challenge. He almost killed me, that stupid tornado.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. I was wondering. I was like, it started to feel like you guys couldn't hear me because I was saying things and I would just get interrupted. And I'm pretty sure my mic's not working.
We're just collectively ignoring you.
Yeah, all 10. But no, what I was saying is I actually don't remember who the guest was in that discussion, but I completely agree with you. You're preaching to the choir. I think Metroid would make a great movie, so I wish I could remember who that guest was because I'm pretty sure I disagreed with him then, and I disagree with him now.
You just had to get that out of your system.
Yeah, totally. Because I was trying to respond. I'm like, I can't.
Everyone's bitter about your Mega Man. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
So hey guys, I'm actually going to duck out now, but thanks for having me. I hope you have a nice trivia. I'm really looking forward to. I'll try to stick around and listen, but I'll have to get driving now. So thanks for having me, Ash Paulsen. I will see you over dinner tonight later.
Ooh.
And,
Yes, I'll see you in about an hour.
And
I know Scandalous, right?
Well, thanks again for joining us, James.
Yes,
thanks
for having me. Source Gaming, congratulations on the anniversary. Keep doing your awesome thing. You guys are incredible.
Thank you.
Doing your awesome thing.
Have fun, James.
Please.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, we'll be uploading the Smash Trivia portion very soon. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and check out sourcegaming.info. Thank you guys again for all of your support for the last 2 years. It really means the world for us. All of your support for the last 2 years. All of your support for the last 2 years means the world for us. All of your support for the last 2 years. All of your support for the last 2 years means the world for us. All of your support for the last 2 years.